Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I am doing a review for Batgirl and the Birds of Prey issue 1. So, since it's San Diego Comic-Con week, I will not be able to do a lot of reviews this week. I just tried to put up as many as I can. So, yeah, the ones you see on Wednesday are or today is the only one that you're going to see on the channel this week. So I'll try to post maybe some mini reviews on Facebook and Twitter. But I can't really promise that because it is going to be really busy. I am at San Diego Comic-Con, so I will not be able to do it. But let's start talking about Batgirl and the Birds of Prey issue 1. So, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey, this is the Rebirth issue. So it's the transition issue of the New 52 into DC Rebirth. And so far the transition issues have been okay with Rebirth. I haven't had ones like, oh my god, this is amazing. But I've had a lot of solid issues with the Rebirth one-shots. But I will say Batgirl and the Birds of Prey is probably the best Rebirth issue I've read. Because what this issue does obviously explains who these characters are, especially Batgirl, but it also brings back what the Birds of Prey was before the New 52 without disregarding what happened in the New 52. And I thought that was a really hard accomplishment that they achieved in this issue. Because the issue starts out with Barbara describing, yes, I was Oracle. That happened. And it just describes her origin story. For me, that was a pleasure to read. Now, for people that maybe don't like Batgirl as much, or, you know, not their favorite character, and they know the origin story, maybe that'll get boring for them. But I think there's so much emotion in that narrative, and it was telling her story in a different way. I thought it was very interesting. And that's pretty much half the issue. Other half is saying, yes, the Birds of Prey did happen. Not just the New 52 version, but the one before. So, of course, just like all the New 52 stuff, everything has happened, but in a really small amount of time. And it seems like some of the stuff have changed, and the Birds of Prey wasn't like Helena and Dinah and Barbara. It was only Barbara and Dinah, it seemed like. So there's some parts of the history that was remade as much as they could. And then they describe, like, where has Dinah been? She was in a rock band, and why have they been friends? And now they're trying to figure out, who is this Oracle? You know, there's now this character who is pretending to be Oracle and pretty much took Barbara's identity as Oracle, and Barbara's upset, you know, because this was important to her, this identity, and it's really described in this issue, again, the emotional impact of the Killing Joke and becoming Oracle, even after getting out of the wheelchair. And then we get to see this for the New 52 version of Huntress, but it's mixing the Spiral version of her, but also the Helena we knew before the New 52, especially with the mob and the religious aspect of Helena. So I love that. And again, this issue was so well done. It had so much emotion from the beginning to the end. A lot of great character development. I think my only negative towards the issue is I wanted a little bit more from Dinah. She was still a little bit too New 52 for me with the whole band thing. And I wanted to see more from Barbara and Dinah's chemistry. Of course, they had it there, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I love that scene between them. It was like, okay, they're just trying to show they were friends. I wanted to see more of that emotional moment between the two and more of that real friendship. So it was more just that they were talking with each other, but I didn't have that moment where I loved the scene between them. So that was kind of a little negative I had, but like I said, I was super impressed how they squeezed Barbara's story in from pre-New 52 to the New 52. I don't think it disrespected anything that happened in Burnside if you liked it. And I think it honored Gail Simone's run on Batgirl too. It does have more of that heavier feel to it just because, like I said, it kind of goes more into the roots of Gail Simone's Batgirl series where it's really dealing with the emotional impact of everything that happened in The Killing Joke, which I think Gail Simone's run did perfectly. But again, doesn't disrespect anything that happened with Burnside. She still has the costume, too. She still has a Burnside costume. And again, I was very impressed with Helena's character, because I didn't really like her in Grayson that much, just mostly because I didn't really like the Grayson series, but it was able to mix that with what's been going on, or what has happened with her character, so in the pre-New 52, and I was so impressed with her opening, and I can't can't wait to see them bond and become friends. And this was just such a promising book that I fully enjoyed. The artwork, there's some awkward positions they had, but overall I really like the deep colors and the art style in general, and especially how you got to see Barbara's transition in how she looked, like how she looked different from where she was as Oracle, as Batgirl in the beginning. She definitely went through different style changes, which I really enjoyed. And again, it made sense for the New 52, but at the same time honored, her looks from previous runs. So, really enjoyed the book, and I give this book 4.5 stars. It's probably the Rebirth book, or at least the Rebirth one-shot I enjoyed the most, and definitely up there with some of the best DC Rebirth books I've read. So pick up this issue. Either if you're a New 52 fan or pre-New 52 fan, I think the writers really got this right to make everyone happy. And I think that was a really hard thing to do, especially with the history, the big history they had with the small amount of time they had to squeeze it in. So pick up this issue. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic You Know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.